It is not all sunshine and rainbows looking for a New York apartment. It's just been such a struggle. I got both apartments! Hey everyone, so it's Darcy coming at you from April 16th, 2021, and I have bittersweet news that I am going to be moving, I think. Nothing concrete yet, but essentially my roommate on the lease, who is also the owner of the dog that I live with, is moving to Las Vegas, and that's kind of put me in this difficult situation because I do love living here, but it definitely changes a lot of the situation. I love living with a dog, so I've decided I think I'm probably gonna get my own dog, adopt it. And just with the way the market is right now, I can get a lot more for my money elsewhere. I love this apartment, you all know that. I love the views, they're almost unbeatable. But I'm thinking it's gonna be time for me to get my own place, which is exciting. It's just so sad to leave this, and sad that the roommate situation is changing, and yeah, just like a lot of bittersweet, and I love that dog so much. So there have definitely been tears shed over having to say goodbye to him soon. It's gonna be in the next few weeks. But also excitement over getting my own dog potentially. Definitely want to adopt in the next year or so, I'm thinking, because I just do so much better when I have a dog in my life. Pet therapy, they're just so healthy for us, and it'd be nice to have a companion if I'm moving by myself, which just with COVID and everything I think makes the most sense because I'm an introvert and I really like my space and alone time, and definitely hard to come by with roommates right now when we're all 24/7 here, even though they've been great. So I definitely want to document this experience. I love watching New York City like apartment tour, like moving content, so I definitely want to make that as I do this for the first time in a couple of years now. So I have lived here for 2 years next month, and yeah, it's just like so bittersweet. I don't know, I'm just like so hesitant to like make it official and like tell them, which is why I'm talking kind of quiet, because then it's like happening, because I keep being like back and forth about it. Like I could just say, it just doesn't seem like the right choice. Like my gut is telling me that I should move. It's just, moving is such a hassle. Finding an apartment here is such a hassle. It's a lot of effort. It's very intense. Like real estate here is just wild and something else. So yeah, so I just want to document this moment as I'm making this big decision that I did not expect to be making, because if nothing was changing I definitely would be staying, but I had already considered it just because the way like so many apartments are so much cheaper than they were pre-pandemic, because just, yeah, the demand has decreased, so rent prices have just shot down by like hundreds of dollars in a lot of places. So I likely will be moving back to Manhattan. I love Williamsburg, but Williamsburg is not cheap, guys, and it's wild how cheap some of the places are in Manhattan right now. A lot more affordable because they're desperate to get people in, I think. And so we're just gonna see where this journey takes me. Not sure, I don't have any concrete plans yet, but it would be exciting to sign my first lease because I've been subletting for 2 years, so. Hey guys, it's Darcy from May 12th, and I probably look really tired. I just finished finals, been trying to tour a bunch of apartments this week on top of that, and it's just been a lot. I think I'm getting there. Like, I'm really hoping. I'm seeing 2 places today that seem promising. I'm kind of, you know, figuring out what I need, what are my like drawbacks. I saw a couple places that I liked yesterday and they didn't allow dogs, so I was like, no, that's a deal breaker. So that's what this process is like. I just want to document for the people who maybe don't live in New York and don't understand, like, this is a very stressful process, even though it's also really exciting. Like, I'm feeling so excited to have my own space for the first time and to be the person, like, you know, signing the lease and everything. Like, it is a really exciting time, but also it's just very stressful looking at tons of apartment listings online, trying to deal with realtors. I was not expecting how hard it is to like set up tours right now, because with COVID, like, you can't just do like a, you know, en masse open house. Like, you have to set up individual appointments with every realtor for the apartments that you want to see. Like, this will be the 4th and 5th place I see, but I don't have any set up for later this week yet, so I'm gonna see if I need to keep pushing and finding more places to contact. But yeah, it's just a lot. So this is my headspace in the middle of it, and I haven't even started like researching moving companies, and it's just gonna happen really fast. Though when I do end up with a place, like, then I need to like up and move real quick. It's just a lot, you know, like the social media stuff. I want you all to know it is not all sunshine and rainbows looking for a New York apartment. Darcy from the next day now, and yesterday I found an apartment that I really like that I want to apply to. Still not applied yet. It's just been like a lot of logistics, waiting for the application and figuring things out because it's a co-op. So still don't know if it's actually going to happen for this one place, but at least I'm feeling good that I found something that I like. Still have more tours lined up in case this one doesn't work out, but I'm also starting to pack a little bit. Now that I have like a moment to breathe. I still have probably at least a week, I would say, until I move. I mean, I know it's gonna be the next like 2 weeks, but I don't know exactly the day that I'm moving, so in case it happens really fast, I just like want to have a lot of stuff ready. So I'm kind of packing up anything that I don't really need right now. Like, just packed up my winter clothes. I'm gonna pack up my books that are kind of just on display that I'm not currently reading. I'm trying to go through and get rid of some stuff. I do get rid of a fair amount of stuff for spring cleaning this year, just like old products I don't use, that kind of thing. But I feel like moving is just time where you gotta get rid of the stuff that you don't need. And I'm also trying to figure out like what I really don't want to bring with me. Like, more like this mirror I probably won't bring because I've had it forever and it's like not a very nice mirror. And I'm gonna get like a nicer one that we have here. I'm taking a lot of stuff with me that we have here. I'm taking my bed, my dresser, my desk, which I bought myself, but a lot of the stuff I did not buy. But I'm just like taking it over, which is very nice. So I can't complain too much. There's just a lot of stuff everywhere that I need to figure out what to do with, because this apartment has to be cleared out in just over 2 weeks, which is wild. I cannot believe it.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know if I will ever figure out where the road.
Hey friends, I am just being really real and honest about this application process. So the apartment I'm obsessed with is actually a co-op, which I honestly didn't know anything about a week ago. But essentially you have to get approved by a board that owns the building, and it has like a much more rigorous application process. So I'm currently getting letters of reference from like friends and old roommates, and oh man, it's like stressing me out just because I like really care and want it, and I'm type A and can't like turn my stress off. So I just, yeah, want to be very real. Like, it is an intense process, and it's just like extra so because this is a co-op. Like, I think there's like an interview maybe even, because I have to get like all this like approval, and because I'm also having my dad as a guarantor, I have to fill out an application for him. Luckily I don't need letters of reference for him, but oh man, it's a lot. I just want to be very real, because in the end when I'm in the apartment I'm gonna be like, this is great. But for now, like, this week has just been, it's been pretty stressful. And just because I'm like coming off of finals, I think I'm just like very depleted emotionally. So like we're hanging in there today, but I've not slept as much as I normally do, that's for sure. And like I just keep picturing myself in the apartment that I love, and eventually like I'm gonna have my own dog. It's gonna be great. But I just like, I'm so looking forward to when that happens. Like I just want to be there vibing this summer. But just all the roadblocks between now and then, like if this doesn't happen, it also costs $350 to apply. Most places it costs $20 or $40 to apply. Like that's how serious this is. So if I don't get it, that'll be really upsetting. Okay, update from Saturday. This is like the longest week of my life, it feels like. Can't believe I was doing school like less than a week ago, but here we are. So today I went and toured a few places that are good backups. They're in the East Village. There's some pretty nice studios. Sorry, my window's open. So I have some good backups, but I do really want this loft studio in Gramercy. Everything is pulled together for my application. I'm just asking the realtor a couple more questions before sending it in. I just really feel like this is the place. So I mean, by the time you guys see this, you'll like probably know what happened, but I still am just like, oh. So this is the ongoing saga of Darcy gets her own apartment for the first time. So thank you for bearing with me. I hope this is entertaining and not stressful to you like it is to me. Hey guys, it's now a couple days later. It's Monday and the process continues. I finally got the fees in, and I had to do them by certified check, which I've never done before. So it was kind of a lot because she like, I don't know, I was having trouble getting confirmed like what I needed to do, and so that's where this is just like, again, prolonging the process, because now it's gonna take a couple days for the checks to get in just because of my bank. And so my application hasn't even started to be reviewed yet by the actual like board of the co-op. So I just really hope I like know by even like the end of the week if I'm getting this place, because if I'm not, then I have to like apply for some other ones, and like it's just so stressful. But I really want this apartment, like, and I feel like it can work out because it doesn't seem like other people have applied yet, but it's just taking a lot longer than I expected.
My eyes, you can say I lost my mind.
Hey friends, it is now Wednesday, May 19th, and if I look like a sweaty mess, it's because it's 85 degrees outside. Thankfully not 90. And the AC in my building's not working, so it's a good thing I'm moving, because this summer, last summer this happened a lot, and I feel like this summer would probably keep happening, that the AC just breaks all the time, and it's not fun because I hate heat. So please forgive my sweatiness. Just another reason I'm moving, apparently. But exciting things are happening. I did go see a couple more places today, just because I feel like, I don't know, I can't like not do something when I need to be moved in like less than 2 weeks. But my checks finally came in for my application for the studio loft that I really like, so it should be like, the application should be submitted today. I'm hoping, like, I'd love to hear by the end of the week, so I know that I'm moving like end of next week, hopefully. Like, I really hope the approval process is fast and that they like my application, and it just feels like we're finally getting somewhere after a week, because I did see it a week ago today now. And yeah, so I like the places that I saw today. They're good backups, but I mean, I'm obviously obsessed with the studio loft, even though it's not the most practical thing ever. I just feel like it could be a good home, and I just really hope I get it. I really hope I know that where I'm moving, because it's definitely giving me like stress dreams to not know. That's the update. At least I still have like 11 days or something, but that's not a lot of time, you know. And I've been packing some, but since I don't know exactly when I'm moving, it's kind of hard to like really go all out on packing. Can't really do that until like right before you move. So It is literally 11:30 p.m. right now. It's Thursday and I just signed a bunch of documents, and essentially with the co-op, it's like I had to sign this agreement with the owner, and then once that's done, it's gonna go to the co-op board for them to approve me. So hopefully that'll happen tomorrow. At least they'll get this documentation tomorrow, and then hopefully it shouldn't take too long for them to approve me. I mean, at this point, like, paperwork is being done, like it seems like it's happening. I'm just still like nervous because we're not all the way there yet, but I just signed something saying I would pay rent, so like we're in a pretty good place here, folks. And my lease is set to start June 1, which I would like to move in before then, but we'll see if that happens. I'm really excited now that like things are actually happening and that I'm gonna hopefully get this place here soon. It's gonna be so nice. Place all to myself. It's a beautiful spot, even if it's a little tiny. It's gonna be my little tiny studio and my little nook in the city. I'm so excited. It is now Tuesday, May 25th, and we are a week out from when I need to be out of this apartment. Things are still up in the air. The latest is that the board was supposed to be seeing my paperwork today, and then my dad hadn't signed the lease because they just like didn't ask for it. This was 5 days ago that I signed it, and I guess I should have known better that he should have signed that doc, but I didn't really know. I thought maybe he just signed stuff later. They, like the realtor company, should have known. Like, it's definitely on them that like they vetted the document and didn't ask him to sign, didn't have lines for him to sign and DocuSign. Like, it's, I'm pretty mad about it, honestly. Like, it's really irresponsible of them, and it's just holding up the process for another 24 hours when we're a week out here and still don't have approval from the board. So now the document's gone back around. My dad signed it, I've signed it again, the owner signed it again. So the lease, as of a few minutes ago, is finally like done again, but it's just been such a struggle, and I felt like I had a few days there where things were better, and then now it's just like, again, it's always something, it feels like, with this process. So essentially I decided to get an application for another apartment. I have had a couple backups that I've been like saving on my mind, and so I just reached out today to the realtor for those. The units I saw were taken, so he showed me some other ones that are basically exactly the same. He just like FaceTime to show me them virtually. I think he's gonna send me an application, which I don't have to do it, but I mean, I want to look at it and see like how easy it would be for me to apply, and it might be worthwhile even if I lose the like $40 for that application, since it should just be a normal application fee. It might be worth it to know like I'm gonna have somewhere to go next week, and it's a nice space. I mean, it's a more standard space. It is a 1-bedroom though. I just like kind of put it on the back burner because I don't love the location. It's in 2 Bridges, which is just a little bit lower than I'd like to be, but it could still be really good. And I think it might be a little bit bigger than the studio I'm looking at. Like, I've definitely kind of gotten my heart set on the studio, and it'd be great for a lot of reasons, but this one could be good too, she says, trying to convince herself. But no, I do think it could be good. So that's kind of where we're at. This video is going on way longer than I expected. Probably gonna need a part 2. It is another day. We are less than a week out from moving into my new apartment, hopefully. Wednesday, May 25th here, and I applied for another apartment just now, which I did not want to have to do, but I still don't have approval from the board of the co-op. At least I feel a little bit peace of mind, like, better, because I have a backup. So if this place falls through, which is looking like it's just not happening, then I know I have another option. Hey guys, it's now Thursday and we are in the final stretch, I think. I have an interview in a little under an hour with the co-op board, which should be the final step as long as they approve me and like me on the interview. So we have made it through, I think, the worst of the challenges. They want me to move in June 1st, so fingers crossed the interview goes well. It is kind of intimidating from what I've been reading online because they can ask you a lot of personal questions, but it should be good as long as I'm just like my best self. And I'm caffeinated, I'm showered, I've ranted to my best friend, I've talked to my dad, I've gone through all the possible questions I think could trip me up. So this is where we're at, and I'm really hoping this will be over in 24 hours and I for sure have this apartment. Got some like not so good news about like my second backup option, which the realtor told me I would be able to move in June 1st, and I applied last night. He hadn't actually processed it this morning. I saw it today and it looks fine. It'd be a fine backup. The kitchen's a little dark for my taste, but overall like it would be fine backup. I'm just not obsessed with it. But yeah, given he's like, oh, I'm not sure you actually can move in June 1st now, I'm like, then I guess I'm not going with this apartment. Number 2. So really want number 1 to work out and this interview to go well and to seal the deal by like tomorrow end of business, because tomorrow is the last business day before June 1st because of Memorial Day. I got both apartments on the same day, on the last business day, right down to the wire. So I am going with the studio loft. I am so excited for it. I really hope it's as good as it seems like and that I worked so hard to get it. I am glad I got the backup, but given I got it at the exact same time I got my initial one, I was like, yeah, no, we're not doing that. It would have been fine. And it was, I mean, he did get it processed really fast, even though yesterday he didn't think he could, and that I had already been approved this morning. But I just don't love it, even though it is a 1-bedroom. And when I saw it yesterday, it was on the darker side, at least at that time of day, versus the loft is south facing, which is like ideal lighting situation in Manhattan because of the way the sun is. Like you get the most light that way, and I just love it. I'm just obsessed, which is why I've been through so much to get it. And I'm going to do a walkthrough today with the super, because they just have to make sure everything like isn't scratched up once you move. So it's like just to make sure like here's where we're at after the move, make sure things aren't scratched up so I can get my moving deposit back, just because they take a lot of pride in maintaining the building because it's a co-op and all of that. So yeah, and then hopefully I'll get my key soon. I want to go and like take measurements, do a little walkthrough again, and then I'm gonna be moving in like 4 days. So now that I finally have an apartment, I have no idea how long this vlog is. I feel like I'm gonna have to edit it down because I spent 2.5 weeks filming this. But I'm gonna end the vlog up here, do another vlog with like the physical moving portion, because I thought I would just do it all in one vlog, but given how much time and energy and ups and downs I've documented, I think I'm just gonna do a little part 2. So stay tuned for that, subscribe if you're not already, and thanks for coming along this emotional journey with me. Hope you learned something about the New York City real estate process. See you all next time.
Even if the sky is falling down,